Let me just do a couple little tests. Check, 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 check. Checking out, checking on. Okay, got that good. Just wanna get the levels in. Come on, computer. Sometimes you gotta hate this shit, man. Like I got like a fucking all the technology, everything in the world I could ask for, but I'm never on time with this shit. So, guys, gals, everybody, ladies, germs, gentlemen, anyone who came here on through, what is going on, guys? My name is Merge. I know I set the live for like 8:30 or something like that, but sometimes you just gotta just say fuck it and say, hey, what's up, guys? What's up, people? What's up, folks? And that's what I'm doing here. Partially making the live just because it's been a while. But the other part is basically I want to give everyone a little update on what I've been going through, what I've been doing, and what I got planned for the future. Because let me tell you, life has been one great big roller coaster for me. And good God, I'm still waiting on when I'm getting off this motherfucker. Because let's just say, since I don't know, maybe for about early February, I found out that I'm moving. And, it's not like it's been lost upon me because, obviously I make these decisions with my wife and things like that. But things I didn't really kind of see it coming, so to speak, because, yeah, we talked about it, but it's one thing to talk about it. But when you put those things into motion, it's kind of like, oh, okay, this is not a drill anymore. So for the past, since then, I suppose, I've been doing triple double ultimate duty. And as most of you guys know, I do have two separate jobs and stuff like that. And I make time to make the YouTube videos when I can because I enjoy it. This is like one of my favorite things to do is get in front of a mic, write a script, record myself, edit a video, put it out there for everyone to enjoy. Like that is I couldn't think of anything better than that, to be honest. And hey, maybe being an actor was kind of like the goal somewhere in my life in my early 20s. But now I'm like, yeah, I'd rather be behind the scenes, not too famous, but I'd like to have some money. Not too much money, but just the right amount to be comfortable. You know what I mean? So that's kind of been the dream. But me juggling all these various activities, whether it's working, preparing for the move, selling stuff, getting place, meeting people, and all this other stuff, it's a lot, and I genuinely feel bad sometimes when I'm not able to produce content at a regularly scheduled pace, if you will, because sometimes I want to say, hey, whenever I put like a hint or a coming soon rather, on a post and I'm like, yeah, this shit is coming soon. Like I genuinely in my heart of hearts, whenever I post that video, would imagine like, okay, at that point in time, I at least have a script ready to go. So my next phase would basically be to record it, edit the audio, make the video, put it out there. But time in my busy life schedule is something that I can't really get a good grasp of sometimes, especially with everything that I'm doing. But I also want to just make the shit. I also just want to make it good. You know what I mean? Like that's that at the very least, that's what I want to do. I want to make something that's like, okay, this is awesome. You thought about this, you put some thought into it. I obviously do, and make that happen. And lately, I just haven't really had a lot of time to do such as such. Great. With that being said, though, I do have my idea for the April Fool's What If, and let me just tell you right now, it's what a lot of people probably expected it to be, but I did a little twist and turns on it. I hope everyone's gonna like the direction I go with that, but you know, it's just all about getting the time to do it. Like right now, I've had brief intervals and moments of times and I've taken full advantage of that. Like with this script that I recently wrote, I think it's like 10 or 11 pages, and let me tell you, like I like where I put it. I like where it's going. And at the same time, I also have this other idea that I want to put to paper as well. So I just got a lot that I'm juggling with and I want to get it all out in a timely fashion. So all I'm asking in that regards is, hey, just give me some, please give me some patience, give me some grace, be patient with me. I know I haven't really, my upload schedule is probably one of the worst, if not the worst here, but, we make do with what we got. Um, and speaking of upload schedule, I guess it's kind of goes into the latest video that I did upload, like with the two of them, like the Saul Goodman Nobody script, as well as the one that I just uploaded, which was basically a clip of that video, and it took me like 8 days later to actually upload it. And everyone in the comment section was like, "Yo, what did you mean to put this out last?" I'm like, "No, I didn't, but it was a scheduling issue, and what can you do?" And so I just said, "Fuck it," and put it out there. Because I just said, I want to at least give people something to look forward to. And even though it is like a snippet clip, it's still some original shit with my thoughts towards the beginning and end. So, you try to get the best of both worlds. But now that I have that video, like it's gone, it's out there, it's out in the ether and stuff like that. I'm happy to work on some other stuff, just because for me anyways, when I am editing and writing a video and stuff like that, ideally I want to at least work on it for maybe like 2 weeks, as far as like, okay, I got the script, I got the editing, I got everything posted and ready to go. And when it takes longer than that, my focus starts to kind of go from being, like tunnel vision to now the cracks start to show, because the way my mind is operating, especially with everything that I'm doing, when an idea comes to my mind, I stop everything. Like if I'm at work or whatever the case is, I stop everything I'm doing and just pull out my phone just to fucking, just to kind of write that idea down and be done with it. What's up? Hold on. Who's this? Have I seen Invincible season 3? Bro, let me tell you right now. What's his name? Let me tell you right now, Watcher. I'll get to that in just a second. Yes, I have seen it, by the way. I'll give you a little short review about it. But yeah, so basically my whole thing is I say everything that I've just been saying to say that between now and the end of April, I fingers crossed want to at least have three videos uploaded, not even counting what I've just uploaded. And I have one already recorded, and I already have one that I'm writing. But I definitely want to probably put the April Fool's one. Just end up recording that one probably tomorrow and start working on that just so I can have it out. Because, geez, who knows when I'll actually have time, because fair warning, my days off are usually Wednesdays and Mondays, and bro, and when I say days off, it's kind of like, hey, this is just one day off. I work one job today, so it's a lighter load on my day, so to speak. But yeah, so I want to make some. I got some ideas coming my way, and I love the fact that everyone's emailing me ideas, emailing me scripts, making comments, giving me lists. And trust me when I say, bro, like if I, it's all on my phone and my notepad and stuff like that. As far as like the ideas that I'm working on, the ones that are in the works, and the ones that I have to get to, like trust me, that shit is a long list. And when I've actually made this move, because it's a pretty big move. It's like cross country type shit. And when I actually make this move, I'm gonna have so much time to actually nail shit down and be like, okay, now I can have a consistent upload schedule. Maybe even make a separate page where I kind of like rant about other stuff on some like moist critical type shit. Just talk about other things. Maybe still within Breaking Bad, maybe without Breaking Bad. Whatever the case is, just to kind of show you different personalities and sides of myself, of things that I do like, such as Invincible. Let's talk about it for a second. Guys, let me tell you right now, I have Amazon Prime, and there's a few shows that I do watch. People are going to hate me for it, but I'll be honest, guys, I'm not really the big I watch like little YouTube shorts and clips and stuff like that of like highlights of it, but I'm not the biggest fan of like The Boys, strictly because as a man with a wife and a daughter, it kind of makes things a little awkward when you kind of put that type of shit on, and there's a sex scene almost every 30 minutes and shit like that, and you're just like, yeah, guys, it's not always like this shit. We're gonna get to bad Superman sooner or later. Trust me. Let me just fast forward it. It makes things a little awkward. So for that reason, I kind of don't watch The Boys as much as anyone. So most of my knowledge from the boys is usually just from like some of the comics that I did read, as well as some of the shorts and clips and stuff like that that be on YouTube and stuff. I mean, I get it, it's whatever, but for me, I'm just like, yeah. I mean, I get the whole, yeah. There's a fucking guy that shrinks down and goes into your dick and blah blah blah. Like, I get it. What's there not to like? But it's kind of like, yeah, I don't feel comfortable watching it with the most important females that I have in my life, and I don't want them to think, oh, so this is what you like. I'm like, no, 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 guys, it's really good writing and blah, you know what I mean. So that I don't really watch The Boys, but it's on Amazon. But another thing that's on Amazon is Invincible, which is also, I would say, probably one of the best, if not the best, shows on TV right now. And like, and it's on its third or fourth season right now, so it's hard to think what's better than that right now. From the writing, I mean, everyone will say it to death. The animation is not that great. I mean, there's times when you can just see it. Yeah, that is a PNG that's just moving forward along a backdrop. Like, you can see it, especially like, I know it's like it's this one clip I think of like the Immortal where he's flying back to Earth like after he fought Alan the alien, and you're just like, you just see him just like full on action figure cut out, just he's floating back down. It's fucking weird. I mean, and I get it. I mean, and it's one of those things where it's like, this is Amazon Studios we're talking about. Amazon, which is owned by one of the richest people in the world, Jeff Bezos or whatever the case is. And you're thinking like, wow, with a company like this, you would think that the animation would be fucking stellar. It's not. It is not. But its writing as well as the concepts are the biggest strengths that this show has, and it makes you kind of see past like the flawed animation, because yeah, some of the animation is stilted, but it's not enough to take you out, because again, that writing is so powerful, and it's just like, man, you can actually see like this could be something that we can see live action, just based off the drama of it alone. Granted, hey, everyone hates fucking Amber, but just kind of seeing like everything play out, it's a fucking great show. As far as the third season goes, there's not enough good I can say about it. I love the fact that since Invincible came out, it really feels like this is in every subsequent season, kind of feels like, oh, this is a friend of mine that just came back, because every time you see him, he's changed a little bit. He's gotten a little older, gotten a little wiser. And of course, throughout every season, he's taken a few beatings that he's ultimately going to learn from. With the Conquest beating, from what happens and then what we know is going to happen in the future, it's one of those things where you're just like, man, they need that next season needs to come ASAP. And from what I did find out, or what I did know or read somewhere, they're gonna try to make Invincible come out every February. And based off of how thick and how much source material there is out there in the comics, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, we're gonna have Invincible for a good long while. And from what people who read the comics and stuff, what you're gonna know coming next in the next season, it's gonna be the Viltrumite War. And with the dumbest shit in the world that Cecil did by keeping Conquest alive and trying to be like, yeah, he's got 400 million tons of blah blah blah, and you hear that and you think, I mean, I thought back to the beginning of the season where Mark was doing his whole when Mark was doing his training regimen and stuff like that, and he lifted up a rock, or he was going through he was like lifting weights or something like that. And I think they said that's 400 tons or 4 tons of force or something like that. And I'm like, that what? I gotta rewatch it. Like, I'm genuinely gonna rewatch it. Maybe I might clip this and put that in it. But I remember them saying like, oh yeah, Mark's lifting that X amount of tons, and towards the end of the season, oh yeah, we got Conquest and 400 million tons of whatever, and he's got a fucked up face and explosions and all this other, and it's just like, dude, come on, we've seen this shit a million times. Like, remember in season 1 all the precautions you put for Omni-Man, and then in this season you put the precautions on Mark by putting the fucking little frequency, the little sound in his head. So you're thinking to yourself, one, if you're gonna put this fucking monster in in a prison, why not put him with that same fail safe of the fucking little putting the frequency sound headphone in his ear? Like, make that a fucking implant. I mean, the dude's face is already fucked up. You could literally just fucking toss it in there. You don't even have to do anything, really. Like, oh, that was good. Which, yeah, I mean, I'll get to that in just a second, bro. But yeah, that's like one of the biggest. Like, honestly, I wonder how they're gonna. I was a little shocked too when they even put that in the show, where it's like, yo, you could have. Let's make up for it now. I'm gonna put an implant in his head just to make him pop it out, and that way you can see Conquest do some gross shit, like maybe fucking rip it out of his own head. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I mean? Just to make it make sense, because Cecil, again, for a man who's the fucking smartest person, one of the smartest people or ruthless people in the show, you would think that he would know that, okay, if this guy beat the shit out of Mark, who is our greatest defender on Earth, one, keeping alive that person who who Mark couldn't even defeat without the help of fucking Adam Eve going Super Saiyan Sailor Moon mode. It's wild to me, and the only precaution that you're putting is just putting fucking steel on top of him. Are you out of your fucking mind? Like, that is, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. So I hope, hey, I hope it's gonna be something serious. And obviously, and before, I mean, this is just my own personal theory, but I'm pretty sure, 1,000% sure, everyone bangs on about this, the fucking Anissa scene where she violates Mark. I can guarantee you that scene is not going to happen. Yeah, I can guarantee you that scene is not going to happen in season 4. Season 4 is going to be all about the Viltrumite War, blah blah blah. They're going to fucking destroy the planet, and towards the end of season 4, I'm pretty sure that's when Thrag they come with a truce to basically have the Viltrumites live on Earth, and in season 5, that's when all this shit's going to happen. But last thing I will talk about season 4 of Invincible before I get on to your next question, the Watcher, is I. Fuck, it was just at the tip of my tongue. Fuck. Oh yeah, the post-credit scene. I get it. I understand. A lot of people want to defend it, basically saying, yeah, this is the stuff Robert Kirkman forgot to add in the actual original source material in the comics and all this other stuff. And it's not doing it for me. That post-credit scene is not doing it for me at all. Like, it honestly could have been anything else but this, because bro, you have Damien Darkblood. You have not seen this man for an entire season. No, an entire 2 seasons actually. And when he comes back, and then then we meet someone else. Okay, and then we meet someone else. Like, who the fuck is this? The little devil guy. And so I'm like, this shit could have been. Why didn't you show Alan and Omni-Man? Like, I mean, I'm sure. Hey, we didn't see it yet, so it might be something great. But, bro, come on, like that incredible. We did not get nearly enough Omni-Man in this season, and just at least showing him, okay, hey, here's the coalition of planets, and here is going to be your brand new costume, Omni-Man. Like, it could have gave us something like that, but I don't know. But Watcher, let me tell you about really quick. As far as my favorite Invincible, let me see. You said yours is the Sinister Mark and the Omni Mark. Find it interesting that they're gonna make their own arc and Damien Darkblood coming. I was a little disappointed that Spawn didn't show up, to be honest with you. I would have, and I don't understand why. Spawn has. I'll get to the other question, but bro, like, they should have put Spawn in that show. It would have boosted. I can guarantee you that shit would have boosted the ratings, and if someone would have clipped that shit, it would have been the most viewed clip like instantaneously. Because, bro, nobody's seen Spawn, as far as Spawn content wise, since that fucking 90s movie. And apparently people say, I mean, granted, yes, it was bad. It was a horrible movie. Like, I'm not going to hold it against you. I can't defend that shit. But the costume was awesome. The concept was awesome. The CGI was, oh my God. I mean, I know everyone's seen that scene with the fucking cape that was draping over everyone and just going through people and shit like that. But it has so much promise. I mean, I didn't really like the fucking clown, but fuck, the clown was awesome. The fucking the end villain with the CGI dinosaur devil demon with the fucking little hair and shit, like, I didn't know what the fuck that was all about. I didn't get it. But Bro, like who would like no one really would have cared if you would have put Spawn in it. Like for real, you could have even kept the same design and just called him something else just so the fucking owner doesn't get mad. Who owns Spawn by you know what, I don't even want to look I don't care enough to look at it. But that would have been something great. As far as my favorite Invincible variants, let me see. I don't know. I was a big fan of the Mohawk Mark, to be honest. Like, I like the fact that he was just like felt like he was better than everybody. He was always he had so much fucking angst. Like when all the Invincibles got together, and then a Sinister Invincible was like, "Oh, you got most of us killed," and then Mohawk was just like, oh, "Who the fuck cares?" Like I would have killed most of them. They were weak. Who the fuck cares? You know, like I don't know. I like that attitude, and just seeing and obviously knowing what happens in the comics and seeing what oh my cat's trying to get in, fuck that, but seeing what happens towards the end of that episode versus what goes on in the comics, I really want to see how that guy's character arc changes slightly to have our Mark want to team up with him to take out the Sinister Mark. So it'll make you think, and I'm pretty sure that's probably gonna if I had to guess again, theory time. If I had to guess, I would say that that whole Sinister Mark, the Marks in the Desert Wasteland storyline is probably going to be wrapped up within that fourth season, but it's going to take until the fifth season for us to find out what happens. Spoiler alert: what happens with him and Angstrom Levy and stuff like that? Because yeah, we. I mean, if you. I mean, come, I mean, if you watch the YouTube channel Key Issues, like you'll know everything from about everything. But that's just me. But I mean, but honestly, I can't say anything. I cannot say anything. I can't say it enough how good Invincible was. Like for me, at the when I was what is it? Yeah, Todd McFarlane. There it is. That's the fucking guy. And I don't understand either, because dude, like Todd McFarlane, like I remember, I listen to podcasts and I watch movie news videos every now and then, and I'm just like, bro, like since maybe 2012 ish. I remember hearing news and rumblings and whispers that we're gonna start a Spawn movie and we're working on a Spawn movie. A Spawn movie's in development. I'm like, oh my fucking god! Like, how hard is it? It's like, it's not. I mean, and it makes me upset because if it's about Hollywood not having confidence in the movie and it's and I'm sorry, if Hollywood doesn't have confidence in the movie or the idea, the concept, just because the previous iteration of it was bad, I mean, we got The Crow, a million Crow movies, just last year that was, I mean, what the fuck was that movie really? But you know what I mean? You have all these thousands of remakes or the sweet 30-year sequels and stuff like that. You can do anything. They can like it does. And the way most movies work these days, if you make a sequel or even something in connection, it could even be like an actual sequel from the Spawn 2, Back in the Habit, or whatever the case is, and you can make your own storyline. Okay, this is Al Simmons passing on the torch or whatever the case is, and now he can go on his own way, and he got to teach the new Spawn how to do all this stuff, and I don't know, or even having or even doing an origin story, but doing it right. I mean, it's not even it wouldn't even be that complicated. They could honestly make it, like, I don't know if anyone ever seen, like, the CGI Deadpool test footage, but you can honestly make a Spawn movie like that, or even make it like Spider-Verse. Why the fuck not? And I mean, granted, that shit's gonna be fucking rated R, but that would be that would even make it more compelling. Make it rated R. Make it bloody. Make it in that same style as Spider Verse, or yeah, Spider Verse would be great. Or in Spider Verse, I mean, it would literally print itself, because I know a lot of it just makes sense. Like, I don't understand. Like, you could even keep Michael Jai White playing Spawn. Like, it would be perfect. Bro, I don't. And that's the problem with Hollywood, in my opinion, too, because you would think, like, the ideas write themselves, but a lot of people just want to play it safe and they want to do this other shit. But what I'm noticing, especially when it comes to a lot of movies, because I'll be honest, guys, I haven't been to the movies in a really long time at this point. Honestly, since the last review I've done of what was it? Maybe was it the Joker or Venom? And it kind of ruined me because it's you look forward to this shit. You know what I mean? Like, and not only that, you pay a lot of money for it, and you're just kind of disappointed with what you got. And then not only that, maybe a month or two later, you're gonna see that same movie that you paid all this money for and was eager to see, and next thing you know, it's on Netflix, and you're just like, oh god, it wasn't even that good. Um, it was Sonic 3 that you, yeah, Sonic 3, fuck yeah. Sonic 3, thanks, bro. Sonic 3 was fucking awesome. Like, I'll give it to Sonic 3. But you know what movie was not awesome? And I swear, I'll be honest, this shit, that I watched it from a different source. Captain America Brave New World. I seen that movie, and let me tell you guys, I don't know if you have or have not. I'm pretty sure you have, or if you haven't, you probably seen it through fucking YouTube clips and shorts. But I'll be honest, the trailer, all the trailers for Captain America: Brave New World, was the movie. The promotion was all the fucking Red Hulk versus Captain America. How is this gonna happen? I fucking seen it a million times. Oh shit, we're gonna calm down the Red Hulk by like, bro, like it was the most obvious movie. Like you could you could actually predict the movie from start to finish. This is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen. It's like everyone, it's been said to death, but yes, it is a poor man's version of Captain America Winter Soldier. Was that good? That movie was fucking awesome. This movie tried to be that and it failed miserably. First of all, I did see the Captain America and no, the Falcon and Winter Soldier show, so I had an idea of what the fuck what they were kind of going for. But it was, oh, like it was painful to watch. Because mainly the fact that one, a lot of people did not see the Falcon and Winter Soldier show, so they're like, "Who the fuck is this guy? This fucking Spanish dude who's quipping all like 5 minutes a day, and he's kind of cringe. I'm not gonna lie, but who the fuck is he? Oh, that's Joaquin Torres. Blah blah. Blah. Oh, that's his boy. That's his homie. That's his little young gun. And it's just like, dude's annoying. And who is he? Like I don't understand. Like I've never seen him before, but the movie wants you to basically accept him. Yeah, that's the new Falcon. That's the new Captain America. It would be perfectly fine, but the thing that makes me upset is the fact that, bro, like, we seen Anthony Mackie, Captain America, at the end of Endgame, during the Falcon and Winter Soldier TV show, and now this. And within those three appearances, from Endgame to this, was maybe, what, like 6 years? So from Endgame to Captain America: Brave New World was like 6 years, and within that time, we had at least several Marvel movies. So what they should have done, if they're gonna go with this concept, is say, hey, let's pepper Captain America into some of these post-credit scenes. Mainly the ones that we don't fucking give a shit about. Mainly the Eternals. Mainly the Marvels. Mainly fucking Ant-Man 3. It didn't make sense to me why he wasn't in more things, because the fact, if he was, we would have believed him more as Captain America, as opposed to, oh yeah, it kind of just felt like this movie was just like, honestly, it felt like this was the Hulk 2 or some shit, and then they were just like, oh fuck, we have Captain America. I forgot about that. And when you actually see him, you're just like, oh, okay. And it just wasn't it. You know what I mean? And the fact that they kept going on about, oh yeah, you shouldn't take the super soldier serum. Oh, you shouldn't take. Why the fuck not? What is it? Oh, well, you give someone people to aspire to. No, you don't. No, the fuck you don't. You know what you just said? That shit said to me. Okay, so apparently sidekicks can get promoted to the actual fucking boss of the superhero business, because Falcon, I mean, all he basically was Steve Rogers' fucking sidekicks, literally since day one. All you have been was the guy next to the other guy. And truth be told, let's be honest here, that shield should have went to Bucky, because it would have just been a better story. Not because he's white and Sam Wilson's black, but because it would have just been a better story. Because right now, even after watching Captain America: Brave New World, what do you really know about Sam Wilson? What does he like? What does he dislike? Who's his friends? Is he good at pool? Like, what does he do? Because all he does is fucking missions. He doesn't even fucking counsel people anymore. So it's kind of like he doesn't have any traits that people can even get behind to say, that's my guy right there. You know what? Oh, he's funny. He's this. You know, he has the integrity. What makes him have the integrity? What does he like? You know what I mean? Nothing about him stands out as a character to say that is the reason why I like this character, other than, oh, he's black and he's Captain America. Because I mean, even his power set is fucking weak. I mean, this dude has wings that are indestructible, but apparently not. This guy has a fucking shield that's indestructible. This guy has basically Iron Man technology in the wing. You know, like he's basically Iron Man. You know, like they it's probably been said to death, but he has a Wakandan suit. He has the fucking Captain America shield. He has individual, like he has so much that makes him basically Iron. He's closer to Iron Man than Captain America if you really think about it. Like not even kidding. Like you could even go from the flyby scenes from Captain America and then Iron Man, and you're just like, this is like the same kind of person, you know? Because at the end of the day, Sam Wilson's just a guy. But if he would have took the super soldier serum, at least he would have been a guy who's like, okay, I can believe him fighting a Hulk. Because that fight scene with him and the Hulk, let's be honest here. I mean, he's just a guy in a suit, and we know that his suit, the only thing that's really indestructible about it are the wings, quote unquote. The rest of it is just some fucking, maybe like a bulletproof vest. But yet still he can fucking hold the shield, get punched into fucking 6 or 7 cars and still get up. And like, no. That's not how that works. Sam Wilson, you're good, but you're not fantastic. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and the movie, the point of the movie, stupid, dumb. Like, why didn't you have the Hulk in it at any point? Like, any point you could have had Bruce Banner. Even like, I think there was a mention of him. Fine, but at any point you could have had Bruce, or fucking Isaiah Bradley. Once he got out of prison, hey, help me fight the fucking Hulk. He's the president. Remember the president that you don't like? Remember the president that was going to give you the fucking death penalty? Yeah, that president. You want to help me fight him really quick? And yeah, he's the Hulk now. So how about you go fucking put on here's a Captain America suit. You put on a Captain America suit because you were the first Captain America, and I'll put on a Captain America suit. I'm black. You're black. It's Black fucking History Month. Let's fucking do it. They could have, they could have had something like that. As opposed to, oh, this is Sam Wilson. Oh, let me fucking talk you down. Blah blah. You dumb, just dumb. In the laziest Hulk transformation scene I've ever seen. I'm sorry, like shit was lazy when he transformed into the Red Hulk. Shit was lazy when he deformed from the Red Hulk. Like I did not like it at all. It wasn't. It's just it's shameful. It's shameful. You know what I mean? Because when I started getting my wife into the Marvel movies, that was around the time of Infinity War. So, meaning since Infinity War, I basically had her watch all the movies, from Infinity War to the first Iron Man movie, and she loves it. And I'm so happy that I got her at that point in time, because now she can realize the mediocrity of the Marvel universe now, because she, like, if I would have tried to get her into Marvel movies now, she would have been like, Mom, this shit sucks. And I couldn't say anything about it. It's kind of like trying to get people to watch superhero movies in the 90s, like Steel or Daredevil or Catwoman, or you know what I mean? And it's like, it gets better. Trust me, it gets better, but you can't really defend that shit. I'm sorry. Captain America: Brave New World sucks. I hate, and I don't want to put anyone's work down, because I'm pretty sure whoever worked on it, all the hundreds of people who did work on it, worked as hard as they can on it. But from the insiders that I've seen on this movie, they said, they knew this shit was gonna suck, like, from the jump. So it does. It just does. So yeah, guys. Let me just say really quick. Yes, I reviewed Sonic 3. The movie sucks ass. Like, why did they make Captain America movie into a Hulk with 2 Hulk? Exactly. And not only that, they also had Bucky in the movie. Why didn't he help? Oh, I gotta run for Congress. And that's another thing. I'm sorry. I have to. That's one thing that needs to be said. I don't care. I'll keep saying it. So you mean to tell me that you didn't want to make Bucky Barnes Captain America because he was a fucking assassin and he killed people and he maybe killed JFK and he did all this other stuff, all these bad things, but he was mind controlled. Like he didn't have a choice in that matter. He was mind controlled the majority of his actions when he did these things. But that same man, he can't be Captain America because hey, he has to represent America. He's a killer. He can't do this other stuff, even though he's reformed now. He went to Wakanda. He had an entire arc, just right along with Captain America. But you're telling me that guy, Bucky Barnes, James Buchanan Barnes, he cannot be Captain America because he did all those atrocious things. But he can do. He actually can run for Congress because he did all those atrocious things. But him being Captain America, get the fuck out of here. No way, Jose. And that's the shit that makes me upset. Where's your thinking at when it comes to that? I mean, he could have been an amazing Captain America. I mean, I don't know if you guys see in the comics, but his suit as Captain America, dope. He has a shield and a fucking gun, dope. I'm just saying, like, and you telling me that guy couldn't be Captain America, but fucking Clarence can? You know what I mean? Like, who's gonna listen to him? Literally everyone on the Avengers is better than you. Falcon, without your wings, without that fucking shield that was given to you because I guess you were the only one who would take it. What makes you special? Oh, because you were the first guy to come through the portal during Endgame? I'm sorry, you're just not, dude. And it's fine because there's roles for people. You were a great Falcon. What the fuck's wrong with Falcon? Falcon has an amazing, rich history. And it starts with a fucking telepathic link that he has to a bird. But he has an amazing history. I mean, what's wrong with that? I mean, him being Captain America, it happened in the comics. Yeah, but how many issues was that in the comics? And did he even like being Captain America? Because I feel like the only reason why they made him Captain America is to complain about him being Captain America. I feel like legitimately the only reason they made him Captain America, this would be a great story to tell because how the fuck would the world react if we have a black Captain America now? I don't know, probably about the same. The only person who has a problem with it apparently is Captain America himself, saying, I don't know, man, because I know what it's like to be blah, blah, blah. But, it's just like, dude, come on. Get the fuck up, grow up. You know what I mean? Like, and I get, and this is me speaking as a person who's half black and half white and stuff like that. So I feel like I can say that shit. Where it's like, dude, I hate the racial talks just because it's so fucking tired at this point. Yes, we get it. Life is hard. Yes, we get it. Life is tough. We get it. Yes, it sucks. It's unfair. There's an imbalance. There was segregation. There's a history about it. But at the same time, it's like literally everyone about who talks about racism says the same thing. If you just stop talking about it, eventually it will go away. And I happen to believe that. You know what I mean? Because I swear I can't. The people who I knew in previously, like maybe like 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago, would fucking love the fact to say, oh, I'm black and it sucks and blah, blah, blah. I can't do this and I can't do that. I'm like, dude, are you a fucking victim? Like, don't come around me with that victim mentality shit. Oh, you can't say that because you're this. Oh, yeah, I can't fucking speak on the fucking injustices I've had as a fucking mixed race person where I'm too dark for the white kids and I'm too light for the black kids and I can't fucking fit in and stuff like that. But I ain't complaining. It's called life. Grow up. You're going to eventually find your tribe and you're going to be okay and people are going to accept you for who you are. For the people who don't accept you for who you are, guess what? Fuck them. You don't need them. Fuck them. Honestly, you can probably live the rest of your life without ever thinking about them and be okay and not even care. So that I don't even know how the fuck I got on the subject, but truthfully, that's just how I feel about that situation as far as race and stuff like that goes. Because I mean, obviously, I'm not sure what algorithms and circles that you guys fall into, but when I go to my algorithm, there's maybe one or two videos I'll see where it's like, oh shit, another black person, blah blah, DEI this or racism this or critical race theory this or that this, and I'm just like, oh god, man, we have a lot. We have so many things that are in this world happening right now that are way bigger than the color of my skin versus the color of your skin. And if there's any if there's any differences between the two, I don't like you. I'm this color and you're that color, and I don't like. I'm like, bro, like that is the dumb. Like, come on, the fuck on, like, you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Like, cause how do you? Just thinking in 2025, just as a concept, I'm racist. I don't like you because you're that color. I mean, dude, you didn't fucking choose to be who the fuck you are. You know what I mean? You didn't choose. You didn't even ask to be born. So, and then years later, when you grow up, you run into somebody, and that somebody doesn't like you because the way you look, and you can't control that. I mean, that's a them problem as opposed to a you problem. You know what I mean? So just move the fuck on, like, and just that concept of I don't like you because of the way you look, or I don't like you because of the color of your skin that makes you this, and it's just like, dude, we're really doing this still. But life goes on, I suppose. Let me see what's going on here. What if Walter White accidentally killed Hank again? What? Didn't accidentally tell Hank again. Well, if that was the case, excuse me. If that was the case, buddy, what's your name again? Train guy. If that was the case about Walter not getting drunk and exposing everyone's secrets, well then, I guess the show will be pretty short because at that time Hank was basically, yep, I'm done with the case. Case closed. Close the book. Throw it away. I'm done with it. You know what? I'm so happy to be done with that shit. I mean, that was where Hank was at, and then Walter was just like, that genius guy. I don't know if that's really a genius, if you want to call that a genius. I mean, I know what a genius is, because after all, I'm a fucking high school chemistry teacher. Yeah, I remember exactly what you said. I was during the episode. I don't know, but I think the next episode is cornered where he was kind of like, I'm the one who knocks. But yeah, I get what you're saying. But yeah, I felt like the show would have been a little. I'm pretty sure it would have probably saved a lot more lives because if Hank's no longer looking into Gus, then what's the point? You know what I mean? So he'll probably move on and rehabilitate himself and become the ASAC that he's always known that he could be. You know what I mean? So that's what that would be. Speaking of which, let's move. I'm gonna move the subject on to. Oh, okay. It's just all of us here. Fuck yeah. Puppy. Okay, Bucky. Blah blah blah. Yeah, that's fine. But I'm gonna move this subject on to. Sorry if you have commented, bro. You are fucking good, train guy. You could never comment too many times. You know why? Because I read them, and a lot of people may think that I just fucking read the comments and heart, and I just fucking randomly like and heart all the comments. I don't. I read through the comments before I like and heart them, and whether they're good or bad, because I look at it like this: you guys took time out of your day to comment on my videos. I might as well just show you some love, regardless if I'm gonna put a like and a heart or even comment. And I don't like using the AI commenting thing, and if I do, I'll usually kind of put a little something extra because I like people to understand, like, hey, this is a real person you're talking to. You're not talking to any silly random person. You know what I mean? You're talking to Merge. I want to make sure that people understand that they're heard and their ideas actually matter. And if they are good enough, then yeah, they go into my little notepad on my phone, because that's usually the nature of the game, and I like the way that's set up, because sometimes, especially when I get like a really 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 good idea, sometimes I will start writing on that idea like immediately, and next thing you know, it's like 4 pages written, and I'm like, well, might as well just keep going now, because the way my math works sometimes, it's like, okay, if I write 4 pages, that's usually about 5 minutes. And so on and so forth. And if I make it to like the 7-page mark, oh yeah, that shit's getting made. Like right now with the April Fool's one that I got, which, Might as well just get it out the way. The April Fool's one is gonna be what if Howard killed Lalo? And it's funny. What makes that funny is because originally the April Fool's one was gonna be what if Walter and Howard, I mean Walter and Gail opened up a coffee shop, and the way I'm writing that story in particular, like it's like okay, maybe this could actually be. So it's like I don't think this is more of an April Fool's one, but the what if Howard killed Lalo idea that I'm working on right now, I basically probably just need to proofread it, and it's going to be recorded tomorrow. Fingers crossed if everything goes well. It's a funny, like it's not as no, it's not. Yeah, it's no, it's not. It's not as off the wall as the whole "What if Hank Schrader returned?" It's not. It's not as crazy as that. But it's one of those where it's just like, yeah. But I'll be honest. I'm gonna be completely honest. At this point in time, with this current iteration that I've written, Howard still dies at the end. Like, I'm sorry, he still dies at the end. But it's never really about the end. It's always about the journey. And the journey on getting there, it, in my opinion, it is going to. I basically turned Howard into like the bad guy. You know what I mean? And I also and if you know anything about my writing styles, I really want to, and again, I'm not a professional. I really want to say that for the record. I'm not a professional writer. Everyone, you probably know that already, but I try my best to, I really want to paint a picture where when you're listening to it and watching it, you're just like, put yourself in that person's shoes. Because in all fairness to Howard Hamlin, he had every right to hold a fucking grudge against Kim and Jimmy. Like every right to, yeah. Instead of me bringing a fucking bottle of liquor or whatever the case to your house, you know what I mean? Maybe I might fucking come to your home with a little pew pew. You know what I mean? Maybe I might just come to your house, and after I go say my little rant, I might pull that little pew pew out and take care of business and say, fuck it. You know what I mean? Even if I do go to prison forever, they're taken care of. Like he had every. I mean, I'm just saying, like that. Like if I was Howard, like I mean, not saying there's an excuse for that kind of thing, but I can understand that he went that route for it. So that's the route I kind of went for it. But obviously, there's a fair share of buildup and stuff like that. So I'm building it up to be like, oh, okay, you know what, I'm gonna do this and do this, because when the idea was first formulated, it was just kind of like it was from someone, I don't know who it was, and I'm sorry that I don't, but somebody did send me like a like a link for this video showing, and you've probably seen it somewhere, but it's video showing Howard. Oh, what if Howard killed Lalo? Where it's just like this fucking, it's just Howard holding a gun, and it's just a screenshot of it and stuff. It made me laugh, and I was like, okay, so Howard gets a gun and he kills Lalo, but then what happens next? You know what I mean? And with that, it kind of comes into the players in that game. Okay, Howard, he kills Lalo. That okay. So what about Gus? What about Mike? He killed Lalo in front of Howard and Kim and Jimmy. So what about them? They just witnessed the murder. Wait, Howard just murdered somebody. So is he cool with murder now? Is he gonna kill Kim and Jimmy? What is he gonna do? Would killing Lalo in front of Kim and Jimmy make Kim and Jimmy scared? And now they're gonna be like, "Hey, Howard, I'll tell you everything that you need to know. I'm so sorry. I don't want to die." And how is Howard gonna react to that? And then it's it will, how does Mike, and then it's like, how does Mike and Gus get involved in that situation where okay, Lalo, they're expecting an attack from Lalo, and he comes for Kim and Jimmy, but at the same time he gets killed by Howard. So it's kind of like, would Gus see that as like, you just fucking deprived me of my revenge? Or would Gus be like, dude, thank fucking Christ, man. God, Lalo was just a pain in my ass. Like, you know what I mean? So it's, yeah. And that's, but those ideas were the ideas that I had, questions and stuff like that, where I had to ask myself. I'm like, okay, I think they would do this. But at the same time, this is an April Fool's video, so I don't need it to be, I don't want it to be so cut and dry, but at the same time, half-assing shit isn't really my thing. So it's kind of like, man, this video is gonna be pretty long. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Maybe, I mean, honestly, at this point though, I think all my videos are pretty long. They're at least like 20 minutes, 16, 20. They're at least between maybe like 12 to 15 minutes and stuff like that. So that's cool. But yeah, that April Fool's one's it's gonna be one that I cannot wait for you guys to see. But I'm just letting you know, and I hope people don't be like, "Oh man, this is just like the original, but with extra steps." No, it is not, because the way that this shit's gonna end, you're not gonna see it coming. Maybe you might, maybe you will, to be honest. But that's the point, right? Like, hey, I want people to have fun and enjoy the content the way they should, man. So that's the April Fool's video. What did you say, buddy? Was I the one who sent the link? I was. Oh shit. Well, thank you, watcher. Thank you for sending the link to that video, bro. So I have you to thank. I have you to thank for that, and for that I am forever thankful. Who, what, when, where? What if Billsburg character fell to blah blah? Direct the locomotive crew members from the train. What if blah 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 blah. I'll be honest, man. I don't think I'm gonna. The dead freight video. I mean, the dead freight stuff is cool, but I don't know. Like I don't. I'm not. I don't know. I couldn't really say. Maybe it's nice. Maybe an idea would come to me, but for that, I might give it a pass on that, big dog. So sorry about that. But a video that I am interested in sharing with you guys is also one that I'm gonna be doing for. I made a post about it. What if Max lived? And Max living. Let me just tell you right now, guys. It's going to change everything. So much so that is. Thanks, bro. It's gonna change. Like the one I'm making, because I mean, granted, I'm not train guy. Wait, is that train guy? Was that train guy? Yeah. Granted, train guy. I'm not saying that I won't do it, but right now I can't think of an idea that would make sense for me. It's like, okay, they get caught. Okay, Walter goes to jail. Does he go to jail? No, they kill the train people. But then what happens then? So that it can go either way. But these are just like, because all I'm doing is wanting to make some videos for just while I'm living where I'm living, because afterward, because once I'm done with the month of April, everything changes. Upload schedule may change. This background's definitely going to change. I'm not going to be working 2 jobs anymore. And that right there is everything. Like, I'm so excited for that shit, because things are going to start moving faster and faster and faster. You know what I mean? I'm not going to have access to weed anymore. I can't smoke in my phone. That's another story for another day. To answer everyone's question, thoughts when watching this video on live, yes, when you're looking at me, my beard is gray. My dreadlocks are also gray. I am 32 years old, so this is not. I dyed my hair, guys. Like, it was dyed. I'm trying to give myself the Morgan Freeman effect, where you had gray hair for so long, and you're like, how the fuck old is this guy? You know what I mean? Or the Steve Martin effect, But I think it looks pretty cool. Makes me look distinguished. What about the absolute Iron Man idea? Yeah, I want to do. I really do. I got a long flight, so it's like, fuck, bro. It's like at least like 15 hours. So trust me, I got some things I want to knock out. But with the absolute Iron Man idea, I believe what I said, he was like a drug addict and stuff like that. He's like, I still want to do it, but man, like when I say those, my little Marvel videos do not do well right now. Holy shit. Yeah, so it's a little hard to say when I'm gonna get that shit back up on the road. Definitely when I make the move, I'll have more time to kind of zero in on that kind of stuff and build the hype for it, because right now, like everyone, everyone knows my channel as, oh, that's the Breaking Bad channel. So obviously, we want Breaking Bad. We don't want fucking Spider-Man. We don't want fucking Venom. We don't want the joke. We want Breaking Bad. I'm just like, okay, I want to branch out. I want to do more, but that takes time. And for me, when I'm basically putting out a video or maybe 2 videos a month and shit like that, I want to up that to at least 4. And that way, it's like, okay, I could drop 3 Breaking Bad videos, 1 Marvel, and that 1 Marvel could be one of these absolute versions of something. So to make things happen. Hear me out. What if Saul Goodman was in Peter Parker's lawyer in No Way Home? I'll tell you right now, that shit just changes. I'll hear you out. I'm not gonna lie. It's a funny concept. I'm pretty sure I've seen a YouTube channel that talks about it as well. It was like public masturbation or some shit to Spider Man, and I remember it was cool. I don't know if you probably seen it or not, but yeah, man. So the main focus is definitely getting out 3 more videos before April is over. I can do this. You guys, I appreciate any and all support that you guys do give me for it. And man, because it's going to be something cool, man. Because I don't know. Just all I'm saying is just remember this face is going to be somewhere else, And yeah, I definitely want to start making the channel. Make like a separate channel, maybe they call it like Merge Observes or some shit like that. And with that, just have a little commentary channel on just what's going on in the world, whether it's the fucking Elon Musk and his goings on, or even from games to just whatever's going on in the world. Just kind of giving my own 2 cents towards it because yeah, I feel like I got a unique opinion on certain things, so I figure why not. And hey, I'm sure like anything else, it can probably start out with 1 or 2 people watching it. Next thing you know, it just grows. Because, hey, unless you're somebody who knows somebody, you can't really expect success overnight. That's just me being realistic about shit. But yeah, I don't know why I'm talking like this now. But with all that being said, guys, I do want to just say thank you for sticking around, hanging out with your boy, really, because I don't know. I know I kind of go on little tangents here and there, but I appreciate it. I appreciate you for being here and, being my audience for tonight and just kicking it with me. Please, please, please keep commenting your Breaking Bad what if ideas. Keep commenting any and all ideas, really, because especially what I say, I do not play around or a kid when I say, hey, I pay attention to all my comments. I have all my notifications on for a reason because I like to respond to people. Because again, you guys take the time out of your day to comment on a video, whether it's love or hate. So I'm just like, hey, thanks for commenting. Thanks for the support. I appreciate it. I like the idea. Good idea. Nice content. Thanks for pointing that out. Anything like that just to make people feel like they're heard. You know what I mean? Oh, well, thanks. Thank you so much, Watcher. And oh, my boy, this fucking guy, Thomas Mickey Matthews. Let me just let me tell you about this guy, Thomas Mickey Matthews, really quick, guys. This guy has sent me so many emails and even sent me an amazing script. I've read a few pages of it, bro. I haven't read through the whole thing because obviously I got a lot of shit going on. But let me just tell you, dude, I'm going to get to your idea. I know you put your heart, mind, body, and soul into your idea. Right now, at this very moment in time, I could not tell you what the title was. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it in the chat either, Thomas. Just know your video will see the light of day. I'll make it happen, bro. Don't even worry about it. Because that guy, let me say, he is so persistent. He he wants me to read his idea and definitely make it happen. So trust me, dude. I'll shout you out. I'll make the video. I'll read the script. I'll make improvements where I can if I need to. If that, because hey, it might just be some shit where I just look at it and be like, all right, cool. Let me just hit record real quick because I seen this like 7 pages long, dude. So, and it's actually written like an actual script, which is funny as hell, because if I was ever to show anyone my like the scripts and how I write them down, dude, it's literally like I'm just it's like little paragraphs and stuff like that. It's not like, granted, I mean, hey, everyone has their own ways of going about things, but that's that's the way I write. But I love the fact that you broke it down the way you did, Thomas. So, dude, let me just say, I appreciate you, dude. I thank you for emailing me out. Thank you for calling me Mr. Murray. It makes me feel old. I'm not gonna lie, and don't. It's not because of the gray that I dyed myself. I want to say that, bro. Hold on. That's a fucking beard. Let me just tell you. God damn. You can't ever get them to match though. Um, but again, thank you, Thomas. Yeah, bro, we are alive. We talked about a bunch of shit, Captain America, Sonic, all that good stuff, and in my life beyond that. Thanks, man. You're amazing, dude. You're fucking amazing, man. Do not just hype me all the way up. You know, you deserve that amazement as well, dude. So I appreciate you. I appreciate the train guy. I appreciate the watcher. All three of you guys been kicking it with me for the past hour. So fuck, man. I can't say enough for you, man. I mean, I'm sure if we were all hanging out, I'd fucking be like, yo, let's fucking play Smash Brothers or some shit like that, like, I don't know, something, or just helping me out. And this right here is what I do it for. So whether it's one person, three people, whatever, five, whatever the case is, hey, it was just nice to spend, an hour or so talking some shit to my folks. And yeah, so I'll give you guys maybe a couple, what the fudge? I was able to log in. Who's this? Who's this person? Unwanted Ghost. Oh, that's another one of my favorite people who I like talking to as well. Unwanted Ghost, guys. Show that guy some love. No matter what. Be, I will. Probably. I'll be honest. Watcher, probably. But show that guy Unwanted Ghost some love. Tell him I said hi. Tell him I love that guy. Thanks for being a member. All the great stuff that I could ask for. I will show a lot more love to my membership page. But for now, I'm sorry I can't do as much as I'd like to. So if you want to be a member, just know that you will just be. Right now, there's no really real extra content right now because of everything I talked about for the past hour. But once I get situated, I'm gonna upgrade that membership tiers as well. Start doing live streams every once a week to my members as well, and all that other stuff. Till then, I can't. But guys, let me give you guys maybe a good, I don't know, 2 minutes if you want to ask any other questions before I kind of say good night for the night. I plan on maybe, I don't know, probably got some chicken that I want to eat and proofread this fucking idea, man. Oh, that's gonna be another thing. Oh man, I don't know, man. I still can't get over the fact that Captain America movie was that bad. And I even got a notification from Netflix about this movie, The Electric State, and I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" And it's funny because I one of my favorite movie YouTubers is the Critical Drinker, and dude, like, it's kind of like, yep, but a bloated movie that has nothing to say, that costs a fucking millions of dollars and never gonna make its money back, with the most expensive people in the world in it. It's just like, dude, what the fuck is happening? Anywho's, what did my boy say? Train guy. Okay, what if the bomb on Hector's failed to go off? You know what I will tell you about that? I started writing that script. I mean, it wasn't the bomb didn't go off. It did, but Gus maybe got away or some shit like that. And let me tell you, that script right there, because I've maybe got maybe a page or two in it, but the shit that I wrote, that shit is fucking dark. Like, holy fuck. Basically, for that one, let's just imagine Walter White in the same predicament that Jesse Pinkman was in when he got captured by the neo Nazis, but instead, Walter's kind of like a slave, and let's just say he watches a lot of people die. That's what I'll say about that what if video that may or may not be coming soon. Who else? Are you going to see Superman or Fantastic Four this July? I am, but as far as an excitement level goes, because they both have one trailer out right now, Superman and the Fantastic. I mean, Superman has like the little snippets and shit like that. Yeah, Trey guy. Superman does have the little snippets and stuff like that where he's kind of flying through rocks and he kind of looks cross-eyed and shit like that. But I really enjoyed the Superman trailer. Like, I like the Superman trailer so much. I watched it a few different times just cause. Versus the Fantastic Four trailer, which was fine. Like it was fine. Like I wasn't. I don't really know what I can say about it. You know what I mean? Because it's like this is just fine. It looks quaint. It's like okay. I don't know what it is, but I personally am just not a big fan of Pedro Pascal. I mean, he was good in Last of Us. I didn't know what the fuck he was doing in Wonder Woman 1984. I did not really like him in. Well, he was kind of fine in Gladiator. But I don't. I just feel like he's kind of just like a whatever actor. He's kind of like, yeah, okay, you want to find a guy who just looks like a guy, but then when you put him in everything, now all of a sudden he's the super star guy, kind of like a Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson. You know what I mean? Where he's just like, okay, he's just a guy. Like it's not. He does not deserve to be in all this shit. You know what I mean? Like that's the best way I can say it. And I don't want to sound mean with him because I'm pretty sure he's a hardworking man. But when I think Fantastic Four, first of all, I'll be honest with you, man. Pedro Pascal, not trying to be racist or anything like that, but he kind of just screams. And I don't know what he is. I never had a chance to look it up, nor did I care to look it up. But he just kind of screams like. Not on foot. He just kind of screams like he gives off like a Hispanic vibe, which is fine. But when I look at Reed Richards, I'm like, okay, I'm just imagining like a 1950s dude with smoking a pipe. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, maybe it might be better. I mean, because I'll be honest, I didn't really like the John Krasinski Reed Richards either. So it's hard to say, but I don't know. When I look at the Fantastic Four trailer, I'm not really blown away, so to speak. I mean, yeah, they got Galactus in it. Yeah, supposed to be the Silver Surfer's gonna be in it. Yeah, she's supposed to be a fucking chick, which good why, but whatever. But I'm just not excited about it. You know what I mean? Like it just seems like whatever, and I think that's a problem because the movie that I'm really excited for is the Thunderbolts. Actually, like that movie right there looks fun. It looks cool. It looks exciting. It got shit to say. It got characters that I like, and you got shit that you're like, okay, I can laugh at this. I can enjoy this. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Superman that's where it's at. But yeah, Fantastic Four. Ugh, I don't know, man. Marvel, you guys fuck, man. I can't even say shit about it because it's like, fuck. I used to love this shit. You know what I mean? Like most people I know grew up on this shit, and then you see it now, you're just like, fuck, man. You were great. You were amazing. Why? Why did you try to think that everything would work? Same thing with the fucking Sonyverse. And I know I'm going off on a tangent, even though I said I'm going to be leaving soon. But man, I have to say this. The fucking Sony universe. I cannot believe it's as bad as it was. Craven is on Netflix now. Like, it just recently came on Netflix. And I swear, even as a free movie, I was like, I'm not. Like, I put it on and I was just like, after maybe 15 minutes, I'm like, I'm not watching this shit. And it's sad and unfortunate because one, as of recording this live, when the fuck did Craven the Hunter? December. It was somewhere in December. I completely forgot about that movie. Like, I didn't see that. I forgot that movie existed. And then again, when you're watching it, you're just like, oh god, this shit is like, it's a long fucking movie that has nothing to say. And you're just like, who the fuck is this shit for? Like, when they were putting this movie on, like, who did they imagine their audience being? You know what I mean? Because shit. And it just goes to show where it's like, man, people, when you have a really good thing and it's going so well, I just feel like the producers and the directors and the executives and stuff think to themselves, how can we make the most amount of money for doing the least amount of work? And they're like, oh, I got it. Let's fucking do this. Oh, yeah, here's fucking Kite Man, or here's fucking the Condiment King, or here's fucking Madam Web. And let's turn her into a superhero franchise. And it's just like, dude, what the fuck? Why would you think this would work? And look at it now. And then you want to fucking, and then you release some sort of statement saying, oh, well, we could have had Spider-Man in any one of these movies, but we just thought the audience was just too stupid and they don't think they would understand what's going on. Dude, you guys created the multiverse. Like, full stop. You created the multiverse, meaning there's multiple versions of said character, meaning that it would have been quite all right if there was a Spider-Man in any one of those movies. Anyone. But sadly, the closest we got to Spider-Man being in that Sony verse was him literally just fucking licking a TV screen, and Morbius and the Vulture basically saying, I think Spider-Man has something to do with me being here, I think. Really, the Spider-Man, the guy who just climbs walls and shoots web. You think he can fucking bend dimensions? Huh. That's funny. Yeah, that's so funny that yeah, no, dumb, stupid, idiotic. But that. I think that'll be it for me, guys. Because the more I talk about it, it kind of just makes me sad and depressed to think that, man, this is the shit that I really liked, and look at what they did to it. Look what they did to my boy. Like, that's genuinely how I feel about it. Like, fuck, you couldn't think of this the best you can do with the ideas that you have and the resources that you have at your side. Like, this is the best you can do. Fucking Captain America, Kraven the Hunter, The Electric State. These movies cost millions of dollars to make, and you're just like, it just must be money laundering. Like, there's no way to think about it. Because one, the performances that these actors give in these movies are not worth. You're just like, I can understand maybe Robert Downey Jr. being Tony Stark and like, fuck, man, that guy can make anything sound good when he's talking, especially in that universe. But him turning into fucking Dr. Doolittle, or here's my fucking nice exotic cars. Granted, him and Oppenheimer was really good, but it's kind of like, you're not worth $500 million in that kind of franchise. But as Iron Man / Doctor Doom, I guess you are. But when it comes to fucking Millie Bobby Brown, no hate or anything like that, but why don't you just play to your strengths? You are obviously great as 11 in Stranger Things, right? So why not try to, I don't know, maybe get yourself typecast as that, maybe the weird girl in the show, in the movie who can't, who has powers or whatever the case is, because that would be a whole lot better than all the shit that she's been in recently. You know what I mean? With that fucking movie with her fighting a dragon damsel, or her in Godzilla, or her in that movie Enola Holmes, the Netflix movies and shit like that, where they're trying to make her out to be this thing, but she's just not. Like, she's a good actress, but she's not a great actress. You're an actress for streaming movies, which is fine. But just play to your strengths in that, because when you try to, this girl's like, I don't know how old she is, but what, between 18 to 22 or some shit like that, within that range. And she looks older than me. I'm 32. Again, the beard died, like, hey, I'm just saying that. But you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't understand what's going on, whether people just want to be selfish with these actors and actresses that they have and they want to fucking try to milk them for everything that they have, or they just don't know how to look for actual talents anymore. But something needs to stop. Man, this was supposed to be some sort of Breaking Bad related live, and it just wasn't. But hey, I had fun. But guys, thank you for hanging out with me again. I know I probably said that 15 minutes ago, but hey, here I am again. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for viewing. Thanks for just hanging with your boy. I will try to do another live soon. How soon? I can't really say, but here I am, and I'm so happy to give you that update. So thank you again, guys. Shout out to Thomas. Sorry, dude. Shout out to Thomas. Shout out to the Watchers. Shout out to Train Guy. Shout out to Unwanted Ghosts. Shout out to everyone else who was here. My boy Tom. There it is. I will talk to you all later. And yeah. See you later, guys.